Well, there are a few constants when it comes to Tirreno-Adriatico, and certainly this year it was blue skies, very low temperatures, and a dominant performance by Tadej Pogačar. Today, San Benedetto del Tronto, our starting point, and indeed the finishing point for the great race. Well, we headed out into the hills before 4 laps to glory, of course, for the sprinters. Tadej Pogačar would be in the service of Pascal Ackermann on the final day. And in fact, the owner of all of the jerseys, except the Mountains jersey, was ready for action. He looked calm and collected at the start. Quinn Simmons, in green, the king of the mountains, the American, for Trek Segafredo. Good race for them, their hopes resting on the shoulders of Matteo Moschetti. Well, if it was about the sprinters, plenty of absentees, of course, with Caleb Ewan not here, Viviani likewise. Magnus Cort getting tangled up in a crash in the morning, and a collarbone injury, I'm afraid, taking him out as well. Olaf Koy was also involved with that, but rode on, and in fact Jumbo-Visma were part of the pursuit. Likewise, Arnaud Demar's Groupama Francis de Jure, they looked lively, holding in abeyance our breakaway, whose maximum gap was never more than 4 minutes. Well, they took the only climb of the day, but it was of no consequence, and they were to roll through and take the intermediate sprint as well. And so as the laps counted down, there were to be 4 in total, we were ready for action. And also having a preview of some sketchy corners between 3 kilometres to go and only unwinding around about the 800 metres to go marker. Slowly but surely the breakaway were found out. First to back into the pack, Tonelli from Bardiani, Arcos from Movistar and Buaro from Astana were soon to follow. And so it's colour order for the sprinters teams. Would they get through the gaps safely? That was the question. Well, they took the bell, but it was only after a real sketchy pinch at this point. Very narrow. That's the Flamme Rouge just ahead of them, and this was a warning to all teams to take it sensibly for the last time of asking. Well, the bell tolled on all. The breakaway was done and dusted, and the ambition was being shown by Bahrain Victorious, who'd be working for Phil Bauhaus. Had a great race with Mikkel Landa managing a podium. But some huge sprinters' names, and in fact winners in the past. Edvald Bosenhagen up towards the 4 on a day that would surely suit Alexander Kristoff from Intermarché Wanty, despite the bumps and bruises for his team. Big right-hander just underneath the 3 kilometres to go marker, announcing a sequence of curves that would ultimately lead to the big old pinch around about the Flamme Rouge. They all got through safely, led very well by Israel Premier Tech, working for Giacomo Nizzolo. It was busy, particularly over there in the sunny side of the road. The big move, the man in red, was Phil Bauhaus, however. Couldn't find space and timed it beautifully. Moved over to the opposite side of the road and got himself a well-earned win. Some big names were balked on the approach. Mark Cavendish just tangling with Bardiani's Fiorelli. Arnaud Demar just squeezed into the barriers by a charging Alexander Kristoff. All's fair, they say, in love, war and sprinting. Phil Bauhaus triumphant, and the roar said it all. Great result for him. Bauhaus taking it ahead of Nizzolo, Groves, Chimolai, Dainese, Kristoff, Bosenhagen, Koy, Demar and Moschetti. Not perhaps the names that you would have thought would be there. Merlier and Cavendish amongst those missing out. The blue jersey, though, went to Tadej Pogačar. We knew it would be upon his back. He also owns the points jersey and the Young Riders classification. What an amazing race, and what an amazing winner. Landa and Vingegaard sharing the podium, but the top step belonging to Tadej Pogačar. We'll be saying that quite a few times this year, I imagine. Every race he's contested so far, he has won. What more to come? Neptune's trident belongs to him. Fantastic race, a worthy winner. Tirreno, it never disappoints, and this year it was special.